Well, it is my pleasure to introduce a couple that you've all gotten to know through the World Wide Web, through YouTube. It's been delightful over the last couple of years since we first saw the video that had been recorded by another patient here when they were here in September 2008. It was uploaded to YouTube, and 6 months later we embedded it in our blog, and the rest, as they say, is history. It's led them to be flown out to appear on Good Morning America Live, and we had the opportunity, and that's when I had the opportunity to actually meet them and their daughter Dee Dee, and now their son Glenn, who's here as well. So we're delighted to have them here for a special concert, and so I would introduce you to our octogenarian, although he's now a nonagenarian, our octogenarian idols, Marlo and Francis Cowans.
Well, it's wonderful to be here. It's great to be any place at our age. Now they tell us that we're octogenarians, whatever that is. I can't even spell a darn thing. But anyway, we decided that you might as well have some fun. You've had a wonderful week, I know, here, education, and now you're going to get a little recreation. I guess that's what it is. So let's see. I might say this. We don't know a doggone thing about all your Facebooks or your YouTubes or your whatever they are. We heard a nice speech by Lee the other day. He had the slightest idea what he was talking about. I'm sure you do. So anyway, what we're going to do, we have what we call crib sheets. Now you guys call it something else. Now our crib sheets are a great big thing, see? And if we don't look at these things, we might as well go home because we have no idea what's coming next. So anyway, we think we'll look and see if we can figure out how to start this thing. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
She's ready. So she's ready. We better get going. Especially knowing we were coming, we decided we should compose a special piece and dedicate it to Lee. Now, I want you to understand, Francis is a classically trained musician. Bach, Beethoven, Chopin, all those jokers. And me, I came up the way with Spike Jones and his City Slickers. So we had to combine the two. So we in order to make this piece, we had to compose it. She worked on the black keys only, that's all. I didn't work on the white keys. So we composed a song. We named the first part of the song, you'll notice, is deep classical. And the name of that song, as far as we've been able to figure out, is she sneezed in her tomato soup grill while she had the measles. And that part is a little different. It's my part up here at the top is that she was only the bootlegger's daughter, but I love her still. So if you're still going to want to hear it, we'll go a little play. I might say it's not a very big piece. It's just a short little piece. But usually we can get it done in about 40 minutes. We're going to give it a short version. So don't let anybody go away. We'll see what we can do. I should point out, we've been here going through the clinic, and I went through the eye department today to find out what was wrong with my eye. And I said, what he said, the biggest problem you got is you've got to keep your glasses clean. Oh, so I thought, so that she told me how to do it. So I thought I'd better get them cleaned here before we started. I'll put them up a little bit for you. I don't like this piece, but I don't have to listen to it. You do. if anything's going to happen tonight, it's going to happen on here, because I don't know what's coming up next.
Where's your mic?
Here. Whoa. Hang on. Don't let anybody go away. We're still here. Oh, yeah, I see what we're going to do. Do we have any Catholic nuns here tonight? If you do, raise your hand, please. Well, we have a close friend, Mary Magdalene, I think is what her name is. And, hang on, don't let go away. Anyway, she's Irish, and so we decided to play a little Irish ditty for you. And I might as well tell you about her. She went to nunnery school. Now that's where you get to learn nothing. I mean, you're a nun. And so she learned how to do what she needs to do. So she got a job working for the priest over here in a little town outside of our Des Moines. And but the business wasn't very good in the church. They needed more members. So they sent her out on a campaign to find some more members for the church. So she got in her car, she drove down the road, she ran out of gas. Well, there was a little gas station just a short distance down there. So she walked down there and said, "I'm Sister Magdalene. I need some gas for my car." She said, the guy said, "I'm sorry, sister, we don't have any gas can." Well, just about that time, a lady came by. She had a car full of kids, and she said, "You got a problem?" "Yeah." She said, "I got a problem. I need gas. No can." So she said, "We got a little potty here we use for the kids. You can take that." So she took that out to the gas man, and she filled it full of gas. She came back, poured it in the car. About that time, some guy came by, and he looked at her and said, "Sister, I'm not of your religion, but I wish I had your faith." Well, anyway, that gets us going. Where are you now? These are our Irish bells. They were made by a Baptist and out of California. And we're going to play a little Irish ditty. And the name of this Irish ditty is Peggy O'Neill. Are you ready? There's our sound man. Let her go. Okay. Well, all right, we'll do this.
Just think I'm married to him.
Any of you people got a pet at home like a dog or a cat? Let me see. Ain't that wonderful? We got a dog at home. Yeah, it's a Saint Chihuahua. It's kind of one of the combinations. We had a lady over to dinner the other night, and our dog sat in the corner over there. She said, "Gee, that's a nice dog. It's so polite and doesn't say a word. How come?" I said, "I don't know. Maybe it's because you're eating off his plate."
He would like you to clap when we clap here. Follow me and sing.
Hey, you're good. You're good. All right, what's next? There must be something else on here. I don't know what's next. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some of you people got some little round things, little round tips. Some got one that's got a C on it. Bring up those C's, will you, right now? Come right up front here. Bring these C's. Have any of you people ever heard of the Swiss bell ringers? Anybody heard of the Swiss bell ringers? Never have you? There never was any Swiss bell ringers. P.T. Barnum, he decided to be fun to dress up some English people in Swiss costumes, which he did. Took them around the world. They called them Swiss bell ringers. All right, we have the bells that they used to play on back in those days. These are little called sheep bells. Now these sheep bells, we got these sheep bells some years ago over in where did we get those? Anyway, we've got them. Now, these people have been practicing all week long for this. I'm sure they'll do a good job.
Now, I'm going to point to you, and when I point to you, ring the bell. Keep ringing it until I quit pointing. But if I'm not pointing at you, for heaven's sake, don't ring the bell.
So wrap your knuckles.
Don't ring the bell.
I'm the 4. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Ready?
I don't know if I'm right-handed or left-handed with this history.
People keep asking questions of us about, you know, we've been married here for, obviously, what is it, 64, I don't know, something like that. Now, she proposed to me 64 years ago. And anyway, so they said, well, how do you keep married? I said, it's very simple. You have to do some things special. And we decided we have to go out to eat at nice restaurants at least twice a week. And, you know, so she goes out on Friday and I go on the weekend. Anyway, you see before you here a very odd instrument. give me that brown one there. There was a guy in Chicago. He took a trip around the world. He went out to the islands of the Pacific, and he saw a bunch of natives playing on an instrument made on a bamboo. They did very musical. So he came back home to Chicago and said, I can do better than that. So he made what they call the triple octave organ chimes. Now these bells are just 1/4 the size of the whole set. And they were made in 1901. How many remember back then? Yeah, I'll bet. Anyway, this piece we're going to play for you. Oh yeah. Is that the one that's?
What?
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Anyway, this is kind of a dream. Any of you people dream? You ever have a dream? Yeah, dreaming is wonderful. And I had a dream. I dreamt that I ate a 5-pound marshmallow, and when I woke up the next morning, my pillow was gone. Anyway, we're going to play a little piece called Christmas Dreaming while Shadows Fall. Now, if you want to go to sleep, it's fine, but don't snore, so it make a noise. Ready?
What's the music?
How many of you people ever been married? Now, how many of you people know about love? What do you know about love? You know something about love. All right, who were the world's greatest lovers? Who were they? Romeo and Juliet? It was Adam and Eve. I know that to be a fact because in the Garden of Eden one day they were sitting there. Eve looked over at Adam and said, Adam, do you love me? Not a word. Adam, I'm talking to you. Second time, do you love me? Still no word. Adam, for the last time, do you love me? And he looked at her and says, who else? So, okay. One of our favorite pieces is an old time ago. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm going to wait for you. Oh, yeah, who's got some little discs? Let's just say on those round. Got an O on it. Bring up your O's. We're going to see what the O people can do.
Okay.
Bring them right up. I think I should put this in while I get ready. How many of you people know about the stork? You know about the stork, huh? All right, well, I want to tell you what the latest we know about the stork. A couple little girls out in the backyard playing, and while they're getting ready, I'll tell you this story. And so they, one little girl asked the other, says, "Hey, Mary, where did you come from?" "Well, the stork brought me," she said. Well, she said, "Well, what about your mother? Where'd your mother come from?" "Well, the stork brought me with her too." But she thought she had her now. "How about your grandmother?" She said, "Oh, that's nothing. My grandmother, the stork brought her too." So the girls went home. She went home to her mother and she said, "You know, Mother? You know Mary, yeah? You know, there hasn't been a natural birth in her family in 3 generations." These are a special little bell. In fact, what you're seeing up here on bells are no other ones like it. These are stuff that we've made, put together. These bells were out of a rack and we played them with the bell and we took them off. This is a doorknob and a handle off. But anyway, there they go. Okay.
Okay. It starts on C.
See?
You know what you're buying?
See? Good luck.
Ready?
days of vaudeville, Chautauqua, let's see what, burlesque, ever hear that word? And all the gay 90s and all that kind of stuff. You know, in those days they had real music. It was you know, good music with good words. So that's what you're hearing here today. You won't hear that very often. What are you doing now?
This?
Huh? What are you doing? Oh, you're doing that? Well, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. Before we go on, I want to find out for sure now. Do we have any Baptists here? Where's the Baptist? Raise your hand. Well, there's a Baptist. Look at that. Well, I want to tell you about Baptists. We know quite a bit about Baptists down in our country. And so I've got this here. The reason I'm going to read it because if I read it for you, then you'll know that it's true. But if I told it to you, you wouldn't believe me. It seems that there's a rather old-fashioned lady. She was quite a delicate lady. She, with a language, you know. And she wanted to inquire about the facilities of a camp, a Baptist camp up here in northern Minnesota. But she didn't quite know how to ask the question about the toilet facilities, because that was kind of, you know, a little tricky deal. So she decided she'd write a letter to the camp director, and the camp director, so she said, but she didn't want to use the word bathroom. She wanted to use the word bathroom commode. Now, some of you have heard of a bathroom commode. Well, that was even a little bit too risque, so she said, I'll just abbreviate it by BC. So she did. Well, so she wrote this letter. Does your camp have a BC of its own? And, well, the manager, he was a young buck, and he didn't quite know what to think about it. So he wasn't sure what she had in mind, so he kind of thought she was looking about the Baptist church. And so he wrote her the reply back. He said, Madam, I take a pleasure in informing you that the BC is located just 12 miles south of our campgrounds. It is capable of seating 250 people at one time. Now, I admit it's quite a distance if you have in the habit of going regularly, but no doubt you will be pleased to know that a great number of people pack a picnic lunch and make a day out of it. Now, the last time my wife and I went there was 6 weeks ago, and it was so crowded that we had to stand up the whole time we were there. Now, it interests you to know that right now there is a supper plan. We're going to buy more seats. We're going to hold a supper in the basement of the BC. If you decide to come to the campground, I'm sure that you'll be happy to know that I'll be a pleasure for me to go with you and sit with you for the first time to introduce you to all the people. So we hope you come to our camp. For about 27 years, we had the privilege and the pleasure of working with kids. You know, just like you when you're younger. And you know, we had 50 kids in our group. When you got 50 kids, you got 100 hands. How many fingers you got? You got to figure something to keep those kids busy. So we concocted all kinds of crazy instruments. Here's one. It's a takeoff on a bicycle sprocket. And it's just exactly what it looks like. And so we got a piece of marble up here that came off an old tombstone nobody was using. You don't have to be crazy to do this, but sure helps. I tell you. Oh yeah, some of you got J's. Bring them up here, the J's. We got a job for you.
I'm used to it.
And I think they're winding up an old Ford, you know, how you have to turn the crank.
My dad did.
Good. Okay, Marlo.
You ready?
Yeah.
Seconds a week.
You know, just being married for 64 years is quite a deal. People want to know, how in the heck do you do it all the time? Well, it's very simple. We sleep in separate beds. Mine's in Omaha and hers is Des Moines. But you know, Frances is quite an automobile driver. And she was out driving the car the other day. She called me up and says, I got a problem. What do you mean you got a problem? Well, the car wouldn't start. What do you mean the car wouldn't start? Where is it? Well, it's in the lake. What's it doing in the lake? Well, the carburetor is all wet. There must be something wrong with that. I blew that one. Anyway, we got through it again. You got a good sense of humor. You only get a chance to go through this once. You realize that we're pilgrims, and we only got a chance to go through this whole process of life once. And the good Lord has done a great job giving us a body, giving us to take care of. It's given us a sense of humor. It's given us a lot of things that we got to take care of. And and one of it is a value of music. Music is a wonderful thing to praise with. You can praise the Lord with it. You can praise people with it. So it's been our pleasure to have shared a little bit of this nonsense with you. And I hope that you'll have a great year with what you're doing. You've been working with what you're doing. It's a great job. And so keep it up and keep smiling. And we are? Yeah. Oh, she's going to do something else. I never can keep up with him. I was born in Minnesota, believe it or not. In fact, I was born 2 blocks away from here, and then they couldn't stand me, so I moved to Iowa.
I think I'll move to Minnesota.
Anyway, in those days, we used to do a lot of skating. But we didn't have the shoe skates. We had skates that we put on with clamps. I don't know if you people ever heard of those. And so we're going to do a little skater's waltz for you just near the end here. So are you ready? You need the mic. All right.
Get out of my way, I'm skating.
Hello, Mike. How are you? Well, you've been wonderful. You've been a great. Now we're going to see if there's something else to do here. That's all we're going to do? Okay, that's enough. I thought, before we go, I wanted you to get acquainted with the rest of our family. This is my grandfather. Now, he was a well-known banker. He was good for,
For nothing.
Well, that was his wife. He was excellent in counterfeiting and embezzling and that kind of stuff. And so he had a great career. And so he ended up in Sing Sing for a while, singing in the Sing Sing choir. And there he met Al Capone. And then later he got into the wrestling business, cattle wrestling and over. So and he ended up in Alcatraz with a singing in the same choir with John Dillinger. So that's where we got our music ability. So,
He said that was his relative.
where do you come in?
I don't.
All right, well, anyway, we had the misfortune, well, that's not a good word, of coming up to the Mayo Clinic here a couple of years ago, and we saw this beautiful cabin, San Fran, somebody took a picture of it, and that started the whole ball of wax. And so everything's been happening since then. So we're going to try to finish off here with a little of the old gray bonnet that we did at that time. So you've been a great audience. Keep hanging in there. Don't forget to count your blessings because, boy, you've got a lot of them. And so, are you ready? She's ready.